So if you've been wondering where the Mach 1 has been, well, it's put away in the barn for winter. So usually by December it gets pretty cold and weather gets pretty nasty here in Kentucky, but actually it's been kind of nice here the last couple of days. When I bought this car back in January of last year, I had big plans for it, and I told you guys that I was going to do some really cool stuff with it this year, but life kind of took a turn and I got enamored with those new JL Wranglers. Just had to have one, so ended up getting a JL, and the rest is history. And the Mach has been put away in the barn for winter now, but I do have some things coming up for the Mach, so there's a good chance that we might be putting some forced induction on it this winter, and maybe a few other little mods. And then in the springtime, the plan would be to take it to the dyno shop, like I've been planning to do for a long time. At this point, I figure I might as well go ahead and modify it, put some forced induction on it, kind of make it a little bit faster, you know, a few speed parts here and there, and then take it to the dyno, because the dyno obviously is not exactly cheap. So that's the plan, guys. But right now she's just kind of put away in here for the winter time, and every so often I come out and give her a start just to keep the battery charged up. I've got the tank full of gas, hopefully keep moisture out of it this winter. And this barn is pretty secure. It's actually a metal pole barn, so hopefully that'll keep the weather off of it really good. Plus, I got that cool cover on Black Friday sale from American Muscle for about 70 bucks that I'm gonna have on it. So that's where the Mach's been. If you've been looking for Mach 1 videos, I know there hasn't been any this year. A very significant lack of videos, but hopefully next year we'll get some cool stuff going with the Mach 1, guys. All right, so hey, let's give her one rev. This might be the last time we see the Mach until later this winter, so let's give her one little rev here. What do you say? Hey, by the way, this is factory catback. I don't know how well you can hear it. But believe it or not, the factory catback actually sounds pretty good on these cars. Now, of course, I do have the H pipe on it. I took the cats off, but those mufflers and tailpipes and everything are stock, and it sounds pretty good. So that's why I've kind of left it that way so far this year. Plus, the catback kits for these cars are super expensive. A good one's like 600 bucks. So I'll see what this does on the dyno before I start playing around with the exhaust anymore. But anyway, just want to give you a quick update as to why the Mach hasn't been on the videos lately. Other stuff's been going on, but hopefully next spring we'll get back into it again. All right, guys, take care. Have a good weekend.